Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to take a minute to tell you a little bit about one of my Transformers. Her name is Jessica Graybill. She's been by far one of my most hardworking and dedicated Transformers I've worked with really ever, and especially in this last spring sprint. So, I met Jessica in gosh, it was July of 2019. We were both at the National High School Finals Rodeo. She was working for Air Yacht, and I was up there with Cinch doing a fitness demo table. And we just got to talking and got to going over fitness and just connected that way. She reached out to me in the fall, and we got a plan going because her wedding is September of 2020, and she just wanted to lose that little bit of extra weight in order to feel better in her wedding dress. We did a coaching plan that winter, and she kind of fell off a little bit. It wasn't quite the goodness, my dog is sneezing. It wasn't quite the plan that she wanted. It didn't go the way she wanted to. She was working a lot and still traveling for work, being a demo rep for Air Yacht Boots, and it wasn't what she wanted. We lost touch for a little bit during the winter and early spring, and then around March, I reached out to her and said, "Hey, you know what? It didn't go the way she wanted to. Let's do it again. Let's go. Let's get a plan going and get you to working." And so we did. Right at the beginning of or even right before the spring sprint started, we got her back in the app and started coaching, and you know right away I knew something was different. She had a completely different mindset. She said, "I want it this time." She wasn't happy with where she was at, and we got it started. So right away, she was very dedicated in her workouts, being very intentional with everything she did. She honestly didn't do any macro tracking. She just did the meal plan and portion control option, which was amazing considering the results she has right now. But she was an extremely, extremely hard worker. 2 weeks into the challenge, my brother actually had passed away, and I had to take, I think it was only like 4 or 5 days just to not be present. And when we got back on track, Jessica was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want to do?" And I said, "Absolutely. I need to do this to honor him." And so she said, "Okay, let's go." And so she put her head down and just worked her tail off. During these last 8 weeks, really the only challenges that she came up against was that her and her fiance live on a ranch in South Dakota, and they work cattle. That's part of their livelihood, and so she doesn't have a gym. I mean, most people didn't have a gym during any of this, but they live kind of far from town. It was a challenge to get food consistently, just because when you live out in the sticks, you can't just go to the store because it's not just 10 minutes away. So just keeping her consistent with, planning ahead and all of that. And she had to learn when to do her workouts. If her and her fiance, his name is Yuli, if they went out roping one night or were out late working cattle or at a branding, she couldn't just, do a workout at 9 p.m. because by then they're exhausted. They've worked all day. They've been in the saddle all day. So she had to really plan ahead to make sure her workouts got done in the morning and that she had food packed and ready to go for the day. There was one time that, she's going to be mad when I tell the story. She sent me a message and said, "Hey, I got bucked off a horse. My tailbone's a little sore. What should I do instead of sit-ups?" And I said, "Do plank instead. Just accumulate as much time in a plank position as you could." And I loved it. It was great. But, like I said, she's been by far the most hardworking person I've ever come across. And her results speak for themselves. Scale weight was maybe 11 pounds of change, but her body composition is drastic, like 3 inches off her waist, just huge changes. Her confidence is through the roof. She feels better riding. She feels better in her own skin. Her confidence around her horses has gone up. Even her fiance is like, he can see it. So where are we going from here? Jessica and I are still working together, even though the challenge is over. It's not like goals stop. But what we're planning on is that she's going to take just a couple weeks to reset, not even a full week, like 1 to 2 weeks to just reset and just ease off the gas a touch. Come into the summer sprint challenge, we are going to really push again. And that way, her wedding is mid-September. We can start reversing her into her wedding. So that way she will not be in a deficit into her wedding. So that is our plan. We're going to give her just a little mental break for the next 1 to 2 weeks. Go back into the groove of things so that way she can still come down the way she wants to for her wedding. And then after So wedding is mid-September. We're gonna start reversing her about mid-August, so that way she has a solid 4 weeks of bringing calories up, and then she can go into her wedding not worrying about, you know, drinking too much or eating too much. So that is my story on Jessica. It has been an incredible journey. She has made all of it just wonderful. I've loved working with her, and I can't wait to keep working with her again. And yeah, I'm really excited to be able to share this journey that she and I have had together with you guys, and I'm grateful that we have this platform to work through. Anyway, thank you guys.